Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. I hope y'all can hear me just fine, child. Y'all know I ain't been on camera since Thursday. It's been a couple days, so let's hope and pray, okay, that I still sound good. Y'all can hear me clearly. Okay, I'm not sounding robotic or nothing, and we're gonna have a good old time. It is a few things to discuss. Okay, but did y'all miss me? I know I've been gone for a couple days and whatever. I did have a video up earlier. I did review the Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, so if you have not seen that already, go and watch it. Okay, go and watch it because I cussed everybody out who needed to be cussed out. Okay, I was like, look, let me get it off my chest before I come on live tonight. Okay, so go watch the Atlanta Housewives review. That was a premiere. Okay, and today we have these people's around here and more. Okay, because I was like, I'm saving things, I'm ignoring things, I'm skipping over things. Okay, but again, it's here. Okay, it's here. Look, let me get on camera. Where's the camera, y'all? Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Is it lifting on my chin? It's always. Shay's always lifting on my chin. Because I'll be hitting my face and then I'll be touching my chin or whatever. And it'd be so weird or whatever. I had every intention yesterday to go live yesterday for a gossip chat, okay, for a little shit of the chat, okay, but I had went and got my hair braided, right, and for one, I have been going to get my hair braided at the same place for the past 2-3 years or whatever, and every time I go to the hair place, to the hair braiding shop, it is never taking them more than 2.5 hours, okay, to braid my hair. I went yesterday at my regular time, child, and they did not have enough people. And I was in that damn shop for 6 hours. Okay. I got there at 11:30. Okay. I had to wait because I feel like my lipstick is weird. Is my lipstick weird? It looks weird. Hold on. I had to reply it. I went in there, okay, to get my hair braided, okay, okay. And when I went, and I'm like, okay, why is it not, 8 braiders in here? Why is it only 3 people? And I've never been there, and it was only 3 braiders. And it was already 2 girls sitting and 1 girl waiting. And I'm like, okay, they're going to call in the other braiders. Because it's always at least 6 people braiding in there, and then the one African man who sits at the desk and drink coffee and pray. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna call in more workers. They finished up 1 girl, and then it got the other girl starts hit, and then they had me come up, and it was at that point they had 1 braider on each hair. I've never had 1 braider on my hair, and when I tell y'all, I was aggravated. One, I wanted light brown hair. I got black. I wanted a light brown color for the time, because I asked the people what color should I get, and I had suggestions or whatever. So I was gonna pick a light brown. Could not find the right light brown. They only had like blonde, white girl blonde, broken person blonde, a blonde that looked like it's trailer park blonde. I ain't want that. I then said, okay, look, give me the burgundy. Give me the burgundy. Then they only had like a dull color of burgundy. And I'm like, no, I want the bright Ariel mermaid burgundy. They ain't had it. Fuck it. Give me black. Okay, you got black. Give me the black. Yep, black. Jet black, 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 black. Okay. And then I'm like, when are they gonna call in the other braiders? Child, never. Never. 6 hours. I watched Mufasa. I watched 3 episodes of the show Post. I was pissed. I was texting my mom, like, oh my God, I'm so aggravated. I was texting him, like, I can't believe him. Him went and got a haircut, built the bridge. Everybody else in life was doing all other things. I am where at the fucking braiding shop. I left there like 5:45. I was so pissed. So my plan was to go get my hair braided, be done by 2, be home by 3, be live at 5, and then get ready for other things. And I could not. And because I don't like using public restrooms, so I didn't eat no food. I didn't drink no water. Because I said, I do not want to have to use these folks' bathroom because it may be dirty. Now, also while I'm up in there, let me just vent. While I'm up in there, they are bleaching, cleaning stuff. I mean, the dude, because it's an African braiding shop, and the dude who be in there, the one, like, I guess the guy, okay, he is bleaching the bathroom. He's bleaching the floor. I'm like, did y'all kill somebody? Was it a murder? Why are you up here cleaning them? I mean, bleach, y'all. I mean, like, bleach. Made me sick. Okay. So they bleach in the bathroom, bleaching it. Then because, they're a part of their prayer, they have to stop and go pray. That was 30 good minutes of praying. And so I'm sitting there. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I'm aggravated. My titties hurt. Okay. Because I'm wearing a bra around this bit. My head hurt. The girl talking in the languages or whatever in my ear, that's aggravating. Okay, they up and yapping. They got football on one TV. I hear folks outside. It was just too much, and I'm like, oh my God, I am just aggravated. I am stuck in here. Free me. I am a slave. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, hey. It was aggravating. And so yesterday when I got home, I was in a horrible mood. Okay, hold on, y'all. Listen. Hold on. See, I was in a horrible mood when I got home. I was in a horrible mood once I got home because I'm hungry. and I'm thirsty. Okay, I want some water. I want a plum. You know what I'm saying? And my head hurt. It was just, I was aggravated. I was so aggravated. Okay, I need to release some stress, child. But my hair looks cute. I got hold on. You know, hair looks cute. Okay, well, it's cute. They're not that long. You know, see, you can't say black. It's black. But again, you know, I like my braids. Anyway, so I vowed to never, if I ever go there again, and there is not at least 6 braiders, I'm leaving. I'll come back. I'll you know what I'm saying? I'll let it be. But yeah, that's why I was not here yesterday. It was the African hair braiders' fault. And then I got home and I had me a corned beef egg roll. That was delicious. I had a corned beef egg roll and some carrots. And here we are today. Okay. So yeah, blame the African braiding folks people. Then he was mopping the floor. I'm like, start for the leave. I don't want to walk on the wet ass floor. It was just so, but I really wish I would have gotten the brown color hair. But I'm, you know, it's cute. You like it? I like it. Anyway, it was a crazy day. Yeah, him had went by the bridge. And he kept, first of all, he was teasing me because I was still there. He like, I didn't win and did A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And I'm still stuck with the Africans. Give him hair braid. Okay. But it was a lot. It was the talking, it was the mopping, it was the bleach, it was the other, it was a parent, it was it's like a mom there with her teenager, and the mom kept standing and like in between me and the girl, but she's like watching the braid. I'm like, man, go sit the down. Go sit down somewhere, okay? You can see your daughter from 2 feet over there. Why are you so close to me? For what? So it was a completely sensory overload, okay? And I was just, I should have put porn on. Okay, I should maybe if I would have played porn on my phone, they would have haired up and did my hair. Okay. So yeah. It was aggravating. Okay. Look, I was like, it was just too much. I could not. Okay. But we're here today. Thank y'all. I like my thank y'all. Thank y'all. It's cute. Because I was ugly yesterday. My face was stuck on aggravation. And so I was very ugly. My braids to me yesterday was not cute because I couldn't fix my face. I could not fix my face. But today we are here and we will get into all of the things I have saved. I miss y'all. I absolutely miss y'all. And I I'll be gone, but I come back. Anyway, let's get into the saved stuff I have and let's cuss out who I need to cuss out because people been acting a fool, honey. Coachella going down in the desert, and Megan Thee Stallion, okay, did some things. Chris Brown and Karruechi and also together things which is going on and on and on. So let's get into the thing. Now, y'all know to make sure to like the video, comment in the comment section, to share the video as well, and then subscribe. Okay, I'm pretty sure my mom put it in somewhere. I just have not seen it because I don't have my phone out. Okay. Anyway, where do I want to start? Well, let's start with Gail and them. Okay, because for no reason, okay, these people decided they wanted to go to space and they ringing bells.
Significance here of the bell, and I should note before I have you saying that each crew names themselves.
Now, I feel like the world is in shambles. Okay, we in a deficit. It's about to be a recession. You know what I'm saying? People don't have no money here. Eggs is expensive. Okay, I feel like there's so much other things that we could be focused on. Why the fuck is Gail King and them going into space? What did they do up there? I'm like, and then I know one person who went with Jeff Bezos' girlfriend. Jeff Bezos is one of the richest people in the world. The fact that his girlfriend took a space tour of Earth is insane to me. So they went up in the air. Okay, they went up in the air. They fell back. They were screaming, child.
There go the drogue parachutes. Just free falling right there until those drogues came out. And then next will be the main parachutes that get pulled out.
I don't want to ever go high up in the air to where I am screaming on the way down. I still don't understand why Gail King, it was Gail King, Katy Perry, Lauren Sanchez, Aisha Bowie or Bowie, I don't know, Amanda Nugent, and Carrie Ann Flynn. They went up. It's the first time all female flight crew to launch into space, but they didn't go do nothing. They were just up there bothering the air. And I feel like my question is, how much did this cost? How much did they have to chip in to go do a 3-hour tour in space? And I think they was only up there for like 10, 15 minutes or whatever. What was the point? Okay, helicopters have been falling out of the air all year, and these heifers want to go up in the air to space to just what, hang around and see the globe. I'm like, look, it aggravates me. And then Gail ass get back on the ground. Okay, and she's so happy to be alive because I could have died, and she's happy. She's hugging and kissing the ground and so that girl, Gail, go sit down. Oprah, get your friend. Okay, get your friend Oprah. I feel like I don't understand what the point of this was. I know astronauts go to space to do space shit. Okay, satellites, aliens, flips and dips, whatever. But I was like, what was the point? Was it just a tour to see Earth? The same where they go when they down to see the Titanic or whatever. The trip. Spend that money on something else. Y'all that bored? God put me on Earth. I don't need to see Earth from above. First of all, I'm scared of heights. Okay, I don't want to see that. If God wanted me to see Earth from above, He would have put me as a star in the sky. I'm a star on Earth. Okay, so I don't care. I don't understand the point of doing it. Like, did they learn something? Did they put a sticker on the star up there? Were they able to put a new... Once I see planes falling out of the sky, I don't want to get in a goddamn on dickhead space shuttle because it looked like the head of a penis. Okay, this thing, look, it look, y'all see that right there? It look like a penis. Okay, it looks, and I know a penis. I know what dick looks like. Okay, can't no one tell me that spaceship don't look like a penis. Okay, that's different, sir. Okay, that's different. You can get in the water. Yeah, and Gail is she's in her 70s. In her 70s, but I'm like, the spaceship itself looked like a dick. That is a flying dildo. That is a flying dildo going to outer space, going to somewhere that everyone else wants to be. I don't want to be up there. I don't. I do not want to. I feel like there are organisms and species up in there in the sky that don't need to be down here. And I do not want to waste the money to fly up high up in the sky but to really do nothing. It's just to say I was up high in the sky. That's it. That's it. And I'm like, no one learned anything. They didn't bring shit back. It was a waste of time. Okay. So every time some famous or rich person makes it their mission to fly high and go up in space, I'm gonna say, what else could you have did with that money? For the amount of money they spent flying other rich people to just the brim of space. It's like they put the tip in. You know what I'm saying? Gail and them put the tip in the space and came back down. Okay, it wasn't even fully in there. They put the tip in. This is the tip. They put the tip in and came back down here just to say I was on the tip. I put the tip of space right there. I don't like it. You could have, Flint don't have clean water. It's still a whole bunch of homeless folks in LA. Like, there's so much more that rich people can do with their money to make the world better. But no, y'all want to put tips of dicks in space for no real reason. And then you come back down, and then what? You're not an astronaut. You didn't step out the thing. Now, I'm glad they all made it home safely, because God forbid things went awry. Okay? But we don't need no more wealthy, rich people flying and putting a tip into space in the damn dildo spaceship for nothing. Okay? So kudos to Gail and them. Oh, they made it back. We made it back home. But don't do that shit no more, Gail. Go sit your go. That's the head of a dick. Okay? Look, if you know like I know, okay, they came down in the head of a penis, popped down in some water, and then went home. They didn't learn shit. They didn't do nothing. It was a 3-hour tour across the Atlantic sky. It aggravated me. It did. Because I feel like there should be a point to it, and it wasn't a point. It wasn't a point. So, and I'm not being a hater at all, but I feel like there are certain things that rich people do. I think, okay, it's because they're rich, but at least it's gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? We didn't learn anything new. We didn't see anything new. Y'all put the tip in and then came home. I was like, oh, are they going up to space to like figure out something to see if the temperature up in space can cure hay fever? Are they trying to see if you take the cells for pneumonia up into space, it can give us a cure for pneumonia? If they fly up high enough, fast enough, okay, will sperm no longer be potent and you can't get someone pregnant past this? I didn't know what the point was. So I didn't care at all. But I'm happy they made it back safe. But none of them gonna tell us the price of tea in China. Okay? At the fuck all. Now, there was some weird shit happening. First of all, child, look, I am all for people being freaky deaky or whatever and giving into all your feminine or masculine wild and do what you do, be kinky. Something about the way Neo and his girlfriends occupy the space that is social media gives me Neo like to get pegged. And if you like to get pegged, there's nothing wrong with that. But Neo, I don't know if Neo, because Prince had this masculine, feminine energy that never felt anything but authentically him. Neo in these glasses and his cowboy hat and the leather pants And then the girlfriend, you know, it's just something about it gives. I want y'all to believe I like pussy, but in the bedroom we got dildos around here, okay? And ain't nothing wrong with dildoing things, okay? If you like the deal, if you want a dildo door stops, do that. Okay, yeah. Even Dennis Rodman had a feminine energy to him that Neo don't seem. It doesn't feel authentic. It feels like I'm playing in people's faces for attention. Cause I'm a walk around here in my cowboy hat and my leather pants, okay, with two of my four girlfriends, and I look cool, and I'm gonna post a picture for y'all. But I mean, that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? If he like it, I love it. I always tell people, give everyone has a kink. You know, if Neo's kink is having four girlfriends and possibly gets pegged on weekends, I don't care. I don't care. But it just doesn't get because it just doesn't give. This is how I want to live. This is how I want to dress. It gives, let me give y'all this fantasy that I think looks cool. And it don't. But again, I hope he enjoys sexually whatever it is he's doing. Dave Loaf and Jacquees. Now I know Dave Loaf is from here. You know what I'm saying? There's an awkwardness that I think people need to stop doing to sell tickets, to sell music. If you can't be authentically yourself, if you can't gyrate together on beat, if y'all, to me, this means they don't fuck. They definitely don't have sex together because the rhythm is off. Okay, the rhythm is off. If you can't move with the person, if your rhythm doesn't match, okay, even if the stroker pauses, the stroke should catch the beat, and they can't catch either. They bumping coochies. They bumping coochies. And I feel like, y'all know, Jacquees has a whole fiance, baby mama, okay, who was like, I don't like that. I don't like the energy. It's weird. Why can't I be around? What y'all selling? What are y'all selling? I don't like it. Because if the music is good, it's good. You don't have to sell no fake fantasy that y'all may be banging. It's awkwardness. She's like, why are you touching me? Oh, you gonna touch me? Okay. Like it's this. We don't need that. We don't need. Everybody can't be Mary J. Blige and KC when they sang together. We will be as one. We can't do that. We can't do all that. Okay, because if loving me is all that you want to do, that you don't want nothing else, you can't sell that kind of chemistry. You can't. And I was like, what did they do? So now I get why the fiance was upset saying they were on some bullshit. Because they're selling fake cootie tickets. But I'm like, how the rhythm is off? How the rhythm is off like that? It's weird. Okay. So I need people stop being fake to try to sell stuff. Okay. Now I don't know now one of their songs. Because you know most Jacquees songs are remakes. So I don't know that mean music or whatever, and I don't know why they want us to think that they are a couple and they may be bumping coochies. But sir, it's not working. No, not at all. Okay, so that was some weird that I saw. Akbar V, who said that she's pregnant and going through a pregnancy alone, even though she's married. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move on. If you are in a marriage alone while being married, you should not get pregnant. Unless you want to be a single mother, you should not get pregnant. Okay, so I can't feel bad for anyone who says, I'm alone in my pregnancy, and I was alone in my marriage. For the last months, I've been going through so much by myself, just smiling through every rough patch I've been in my marriage and in my pregnancy by myself, and I'm okay with that. Well, ma'am, if you are okay with that, take us out the group chat. Because once I got to the part of her saying I've been in my marriage and in my pregnancy by myself, I said, oh, well, I want to exit stage left. That means it's no longer my business. Because that means you knew ahead of time what bullshit your punk ass husband was on. That's your baby. Okay? Soldier Boy. Is he on crack? Look, I'm not saying he's on crack. I'm not saying that. But
I like getting high. I'm a crackhead.
It's given Gator. Okay, if you've never seen Jungle Fever, you got to go watch it. Okay, it's with Wesley Snipes, Samuel L. Jackson, Halle Berry, the crackhead, and whatever. It's Ruby D and them's in them. So if you've never seen it, Soulja Boy makes me feel like I like getting high. He Gator. He's Gator. He was found guilty. He was found liable for abuse to an ex. Okay. And I think it's like $4 million. Is it crack?
Because that y'all crazy. From now. I'm the sexiest nigga in the world, nigga. I'm the nigga that made Pretty Boy swag, nigga. Come on, man. If y'all don't see they out here trying to attack all our black rich niggas.
Why you yelling at me? Stop yelling.
Man, I don't know what to tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? I know all my haters gonna be popping it. But guess what? They gonna pop it regardless. Whether you doing good, whether you doing bad, your haters always gonna talk.
I just feel like it's real crack. It was another one. It's real crackish. And I feel like crackheads should not be allowed on social media.
Want to ask for some money, nigga? Go tell the police to come lock me up, bitch. If I touched your ass, bitch. Lying ass, bitch. Ain't nobody touched your funky ass, bitch. On my mama, y'all
think he got... Is that aluminum foil in his mouth? I think, is that aluminum foil in his mouth? It might be aluminum foil.
I can't see what these folks trying to do then. Fuck y'all. Y'all want to believe what these folks saying? Y'all want to promote this shit? Come on, nigga. Come lock me up, nigga. The fuck? Where the charges at? Come on, nigga.
That's how people smoke crack pipes. And I know because I watched Snowfall. Okay. In Snowfall, they showed them smoking crack, and that's how they like crack pipes. So, look, if someone sues you civilly for abuse, I mean, that's what it is. I get it. No one wants to pay $4.2 million if they ain't got it. Okay, but I mean, it's crack. It's a motherfucking crack. Stop smoking crack. Okay. Maybe she on crack too. A Pennsylvania judge facing 60 years in prison, convicted of shooting her boyfriend in the head. Okay, while he was sleeping because he broke up with her. But she previously shot her ex-husband because he wouldn't help move. I'm like, was she a judge? Well, where was she a judge? She should be in prison.
Year, February 2024, prosecutors saying McKnight was the only person who could have shot her ex-boyfriend, Michael McCoy, in that home. McCoy said he could not see when he woke up in excruciating pain during the overnight hours of February 10th. He couldn't tell who shot him, but he was adamant that he did not shoot himself. To his knowledge, McKnight was the only other person in the home when he went to bed. We heard from Cumberland County District Attorney Sean McCormack just shortly ago about the case. He was prosecuting to help avoid any conflicts of interest with county and state law enforcement.
Now, again, the ex-boyfriend lived, thank God. Okay, he blind in one eye. Because he was rushed to the hospital. The gunshot went through and through, left blind in his right eye. Okay, they said the investigation of the scene produced a gun in her name, gunpowder on her hand. I'm like, ma'am, why did you not wash your hands? Not all, you know what I'm saying? But like, wow, girl. Look, if the man don't want you, leave. To be convicted of 2 shootings of 2 exes, it shows you the problem. Okay, so she's facing 60 years. She has a $3 million bond. Keep her in jail, because once you shot 2 people, you are a menace to society. Okay, you should not be a judge in any case she's done. Retry it, okay? Because she is cuckoo cuckoo. Okay, assistant principal arrested. Why? Because she forced a 13-year-old to rub her feet. Now, why the fuck would you? Now, she looked guilty. She looked like she forced people in general to rub her feet.
She had made statements to him in the past to include calling him sexy chocolate.
Principal's facing charges accused of forcing a student to massage her feet. And that's not all. Polk County deputies tell us it happened at Lake Marion Creek Middle School in Point.
Middle school.
In Siena. She was arrested because a number of witnesses came forward. Fox 13's Evan Moon spent the day in Point Siena today. Covering the story, has the very latest for us tonight on the case.
The case don't matter. When you are around here forcing people to rub your feet, and why call that baby sexual chocolate? There should be cameras in the classrooms and in the offices that someone is monitoring 24/7. Because why did nobody see this lady have that baby rub her feet? They said the boy was in her office for throwing paper during an exam, and she said, "Hey, sexy chocolate, rub my feet." As punishment, you wanted the kid to rub your feet as punishment. What? Now, first of all, if I'm that kid mama, I'm going to beat her ass. Like, we're gonna fight on site. Like, run up. Let's square up, ho. Okay? Because why would you ask my child to do that?
This assistant principal is accused of an inappropriate massage and making sexual comments to a 13-year-old boy, including about learning foreplay. The Polk County Sheriff calling this outrageous and evil behavior.
And you know that ain't her first time. She's got caught.
A 13-year-old boy was just being a kid, throwing balled up paper across a classroom at Lake Marion Middle School. His actions sent him to Assistant Principal Kiva Lark's office, but that's when the real trouble began.
She had a 13-year-old child that was at her school rub her feet. Did you hear what I said? That's right.
Child, Barney Fife is appalled. Okay? I can't believe she would do not in Mayberry.
This was a sexual encounter.
53-year-old Lark allegedly punishing the young boy by making him rub her bare feet in his lap, then teaching him how to massage them by rubbing his shoulders. She's also accused of making inappropriate comments, including to rub her feet like he loved her and that she was teaching him foreplay.
She didn't think he was massaging him the right way, so she massaged his arms and his shoulders, and then made the statement like, this will help teach you foreplay for when you have a girlfriend.
Where is security? Where is security?
That's how evil this conduct was. So she's in jail.
All of this reported to deputies by the principal after another counselor in the room sent it up the chain.
So hold on. So another person was in the room and saw it and did not stop it. At what point do you say, hey, principal stupid, get the kid hands off your feet? Like, what?
And this wasn't the first time she made comments towards him.
She had made statements to him in the past to include calling him sexy chocolate. And that just added to our probable cause that she had a interest in him.
Sheriff Judd saying the boy's parents are disgusted.
The moment someone heard a teacher refer to a student as sexual or sexy chocolate, why was it not? Why was she able to be alone? Girl, look, lock her ass. Well, she's in jail now. Okay, she's in jail and she needs to be. Child, I'm being ass on sight. Ain't no talking, bitch. Okay, also, Missouri woman accused of trading child for a monkey.
First on Fox, a 70-year-old Winfield woman investigators say may have fostered more than 200 children is facing charges related to child abuse in Lincoln County.
Prosecutors are looking into an allegation that she offered to trade one child for a monkey.
Who the fuck wants a monkey? And how can you trade a child? It better than a black child.
Fox News' Jeff Bernthal is in Troy tonight with why prosecutors expect even more charges to be filed in this case.
Prosecutors are looking into the possibility that many complaints were raised over the years. The county prosecutor tells us his office was only recently notified, and as a result, the suspect now facing charges related to child abuse, neglect, and endangerment.
And wanting to get a monkey.
Authorities say a foster child in the care of Brenda Deutsch alleges the Winfield woman beat her with various objects and smacked her in the nose, which resulted in bleeding. Court documents also allege Deutsch sent the child to Texas to live with a friend in unsanitary living conditions and without adequate supervision.
We're still very early on in the investigation. It's a very large case that we're looking at.
Court documents show Deutsch lives in a remote area of Winfield on Rolfs Lane. Neighbors declined to comment. Prosecutors say it's possible Deutsch fostered more than 200 kids over more than a decade and expect more charges to be filed.
See, this is why we need stricter rules on, look, anybody accused of trying to trade people for monkeys, I can't even make this shit up.
I think there's a lot of questions as how could this possibly happen? Was there a failure? And if there was some type of failure in the system, where was it and how can we fix it?
The beginning.
Court documents indicate the state received an anonymous call in November alleging the foster child was being abused. The Winfield School District reported excessive absences to the state. Authorities are also looking into an allegation that when the child was sent to Texas, Deutsch made an offer of letting her friend keep the child in exchange for a monkey.
Where's the monkey? Okay, if you keep the child, where is the monkey? This is why people should be allowed to make choices for their own bodies, because we force people to have children that they can't then take care of, who then go to the foster care, and then they're put in the care of this random ass white woman who wants to trade said kid for a monkey. I just cannot. I don't like it at all. That may have been because I had some weird shit. I was like, a monkey? Who wanted it for a monkey? Nobody want that monkey. No, I want to skip that. We did this as the principal. We got her out the way. Because she's weird as fuck. I forgot Kyle and them shop. So did y'all know a couple days ago, we seen footage of Kyle fussing with somebody out in LA, and there was no audio. We now have the audio of Kyle fussing with a random woman about the dogs.
You don't have no common sense to walk up to the people.
People in California are crazy about their dogs.
Now it all sounds like a bunch of hackling hyenas and some dogs. Allegedly, the lady was walking her 3 dogs, and as she was walking the 3 dogs got caught up in their leashes. And Kyle, being the instigating woman she is, was like, "Don't do that. No, 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 no." And the dog owner said, "Bitch, leave me alone," basically. And then he was fussing. And I am a firm believer in mind your business.
My dog shit! Not even like this! So why you fucking threatening me that you're gonna take away my animals and all the dogs? Oh, jeez, I gotta fucking...
Kyle allegedly said, "I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna have your dog mind your fucking business, Kyle."
Why have you been fucking naughty? When have I ever judged my dog? What? I didn't say that. I said you were joking. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You said you always said your favorite thing was that. Yeah, my fucking faces.
Kyle was with Teddy, who's suffering from stage 4 cancer, and somebody else. Look, I feel like I get it. People want to protect animals, whatever. I also feel like you can't confront people with their pets, because just as much as you love pets, that lady probably is also protective of her dogs. And even if you felt like the dogs were being harmed, wouldn't call the police. When you try to confront strangers in public over their animals, they may cuss you the fuck out, Kyle. And I don't like Kyle. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, this lady don't either.
Yeah, there you go. You're saying you're an animal. Do you know I didn't say that? Do you know I used to be an animal rescue animal? I would get it. So shut the fuck up. You're doing the wrong person.
It was a shut the fuck up. You can't beat me on your work. I was like, child, look, you have to sometimes leave people alone. You have to sometimes call the police, but not get involved. Okay? You have to sometimes not say shit. If y'all felt like she was abusing them dogs, quietly follow her from a distance while talking to the police. And yeah, I think someone is abusing their dogs. Can someone come and help the dog? But you confronting someone will cause a confrontation. And that lady was going to beat your ass. Okay? And the dog would probably bit y'all. So sometimes mind your fucking business, Kyle. Again, if you want to help protect someone's animals, you can call the people. Okay? Or get a video. But you should never confront people, because what should have shot you, Kyle? Bang, bang. Okay? Stop the bull stuff. Who else I want to get into, child? Oh, it's 48 minutes. Look, y'all, it's 4. Look, take y'all little 30-something seconds or whatever. Okay? And like the video, because I asked y'all to. And we're back. I want to start with where Ray J at. So I feel like we were seeing Ray J complain like last week. I don't have anyone. My sister doesn't like me. What was it? Because he was saying before, right here. He was saying, my sister hates who I am, and all I'm doing is being myself. I don't know how to be better than who I am. I tried, but I get depressed trying to convince when I don't have my wife anymore, and I have no stability. I'm sorry to my sister for who I am and my mom. I don't give a F about nobody else's feelings. But when it's my fault, it makes me feel alone. So I turn up more. Stay tuned. My kids who might see this later when they are older, just know I work hard for you and only you. If it wasn't for you, Melody and Epic, I would never have been locked up. I would have been locked up or dead. I'm crashing out tonight. Okay. He then went on a radio rant.
Trying to figure out should I crash out on Instagram or Twitter. I think I'm gonna crash out on Twitter. What you think? Should we do it on Twitter? Crashing out. But before we do, let's play it.
Ray J is a form of a Kanye West in the aspect of he wants attention and he does weird shit. Well, him and Karruechi, not Karruechi, him and Princess Love were at they're on that Millennium tour and stuff. And I am a firm believer in Princess Love and Ray J are both possibly internally on something. Okay. It's weird that he'll say, I don't have my wife, I'm alone. And she'll say, I'm divorcing Ray. But y'all up and tugging each other down, child, at the concert. What kind of cocaine is y'all on? I don't understand it. So I feel like Brandy and them be like a Ray J over there. Because I think Ray J is so out of control. Ray J is so out there. They never know what he doing, what he got going on, if it's real, fake, or if he really needs like an intervention or whatever. I think they leave him to his own devices. I think Brand's like I have enough on my own plate. I have my own daughter. I can't be around your foolishness. And so I'll leave you be. But I think, sir, go get some help. I think Ray J needs therapy. He needs rehab. He needs prayer. He needs Jesus because it's team too much. Okay. And I just don't do it no more. Leave it be, bitch. Okay. I don't want it. Speaking of Brandy and the kids or whatever, do y'all remember Ray from College Hill from a long time ago? I think at one point he was also on Love and Hip Hop. Bravo has this new show called Next Gen NYC. Ray said he pitched NBC Next Gen Hollywood back in June 2024. And they said, no, we have our own kind of thing going on right now. So no. Okay, he said they turned down my show, which would have had, it was Brandy's daughter, LL Cool J's daughter, T-Boz's daughter, Niecy Nash's youngest daughter, one of Shaquille O'Neal's daughters. I think that's also Ty Dolla $ign's daughter, Yo-Yo daughter, and then I think that's Mike Epps' daughter. I said that would be a great lineup, but to me, all of this is a knockoff of Growing Up Hip Hop, where they have the kids of celebrities and their, shenanigans, whatever. Bravo has some of the Bravo kids, so they have, Riley on there, so Candy Boy's daughter was on there, Teresa's daughter was on there, one of the Salt Lake City's sons is on there, Damon Dash daughter is on there. I have no. I'm not gonna watch that shit. I feel like Next Gen NYC with the Bravo kids, I don't even know who the audience is for that. Ray saying Bravo stole my name, Bravo stole the title of my show and put it on their show after saying no to my show. Ray, if you did not copyright, trademark the title of the show, you fucked up. You should never take anything to anyone that you have not already protected. Because if you take it to them and you've not protected it yet, they can take it. You know, I'm assuming that is why they took his Next Gen Hollywood and called it Next Gen NYC. The show with them kids was first going to be called I think either Made in Manhattan or Making It in Manhattan, and they changed the name to, the Next Gen NYC. This is no tea, no shade. This is no. I don't see people who watch Bravo wanting to see Bravo's kids. I don't think, Keisha, I don't even think people in their 20s really watch Bravo like that because the shows are older. So I feel like y'all have a show coming out for younger folks. And I'm like, but do y'all even market to younger people? You know what I'm saying? So we shall see. I am probably going to watch one episode and that's it. Because I'm 43. Them kids is like in their 20s. That shit ain't for me. But if they did still raise title, I hope they compensate him in some kind of way. Or if not, you better sue. Okay? You should sue. Garcelle. Okay, we know that Garcelle quits the Housewives of Beverly Hills. We know that Garcelle said, fuck y'all, I gotta go. I think part 3 airs like this week, is it? I think so. But Garcelle is allegedly not talking to anyone from the show. And she shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I think Garcelle's only friend on that show was Sutton. And seeing how Sutton switched sides, child, to be friends with Kyle, I think it makes sense for Garcelle to go on about her business, directing, producing, acting, and have her actual life in Hollywood and doing what she always wanted to do, which is, again, produce and direct. Garcelle was smart. Garcelle came on the show for 4 or 5 seasons, put her stamp on it, and then she left. It's smart because if you stay on it too long, folks turn on you, it becomes a thing, and I feel like Bowles and Sutton are going to get it next season. That's if they come back, because we don't know. They need a shake-up of the cast. We shall see. But Garcelle was smart to leave because I think had she stayed, it would have only gotten worse. So Garcelle allegedly cutting ties with all the ladies, not talking to them. I don't even feel like her exit was abrupt because she left because I see how y'all treated me and I'm done. I don't need to be here. I can leave. I feel like Kyle and Sutton have, and I mean of the main housewives, Kyle and Sutton have enough money to not need to stay. I don't know how Bowles' check looks. I don't know. So Bowles might also be financially good, but Dorit and Erica need that check. That's their biggest check. You know what I'm saying? So I love that Garcelle said, I don't have to make money here. I can walk away. Fuck y'all. I gotta go. So yeah, kudos to Garcelle. Fuck them people. Today and forever. Don't waste your breath or your time with them hoes. Anyway, I want to get into Coachella. Okay, I really be forgetting about Coachella. Okay, and we saw Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, who was she called it Megchella. Okay, Meg brought out Victoria Monet. She brought out Sierra, Queen Latifah. Okay, I love the fact that Megan is an artist. You know what I'm saying? Megan's putting out music. Megan's performing. Megan is raising the bar on her own level of her own craft. And I'm like, you have some artists, some rappers or whatever, who is not doing nothing. And I love her bringing out Queen Latifah. Because again, it's Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying? And seeing even her and Sierra, where's that? Who were, having a good old time, okay, together. Them doing because Sierra did Goodies, because Megan sampled Goodies to do Rocksteady. So seeing them come together, child, what's up? It was cute. The dancing together, the performing together, and Sierra is still a great artist all these years later. Okay, so Megan bringing out this other ladies in the rap world, in the R&B world. Okay, people that she's sampled from is great to me. And Sierra, like, I may be married with four kids. 4 kids, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still that girl. I can still twerk it. I got good knees. Okay. I'm sure my husband gonna knock me up soon because that's how it works for me. But it was a good thing to see just the camaraderie of it. You know what I'm saying? Her sharing the stage and stuff. Okay. And I said, oh, Queen Latifah, bitch. Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying? So it was what's Queen Latifah one? Did I miss it? Wait, where is it? It's a way to give homage, okay, to the bitch. What? Y'all be just hating for no reason. Not Megan is trash. She's not. Now, why would you say that? Not Megan, girl.
Why would she say that? Like,
that's not even true. You gotta at least be honest about it. Okay, you can't be lying. Anyway, but again, Meg did great. Okay, at the Coachella. Okay, I didn't watch it at all. Whatever. Cardi was at one of the other events that weekend or whatever. Look, y'all know I'm a Cardi fan. I am. Okay, but Cardi wasn't really performing. They did play her music and she danced around. So I think Cardi was more like a host of an event. You know what I'm saying? More than anything else. Okay. I'm gonna be honest now. Y'all know my rule. We do not discuss people's bodies. Okay. Unless they've had some work done. And I really want Cardi to, you know what I'm saying? Just her Cardi butt. This sometime it looked real different, like, you know what I'm saying? And Cardi is such a petite woman. Sometimes the booty looks different. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like as she gets older, I just want her to be sure that she works on that. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, people, don't get stuff put in your booty. Okay? It's no, Tiny's butt job is worse than Cardi's. And I feel like Cardi has been working on getting her stuff fixed. They always say the correction takes time. So I am confident in feeling like, it'll get better. But Cardi was honest in saying that she went and got her Cardi went and got her butt done when it was illegal. In a back room somewhere, getting, poked or whatever. So like right here, she looks great. Cardi from certain angles. Cardi has had, look, let's be honest. Cardi has absolutely, with the hotel. And she talked about that before she got famous. And I think ever since when she was first getting famous. And I think ever since then, she's been trying to, fix shit. But she has had work done to her face and to her body. She's been very honest about that. And again, Cardi also knows how to pose. Because like right here, her butt don't look weird. So it really do be, certain angles sometimes is not always flattering. Okay. You know what I'm saying? She's I'm trying to be nice. Okay. I just hope that she continues to, one, not get more surgery, to fix whatever she already knows is, a bit, damaging because of stuff she did when it wasn't legal. And that's all. But Cardi did not really perform. She was just like hosting things or whatever. I saw some of her man. Y'all know she dating Stefan Diggs. And stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I think she's aware of how she has to work on her butt because of the illegal butt shot she got a long time ago. Now I thought I had saved stuff with Missy, because Missy performed too, but I don't see it saved. And so see, I be trying to save stuff and it don't be here. Missy came out, bitch, as a freaking transformer. Okay. Missy came out as a freaking trans girl. Look, people who praise Missy Elliott, to me, it's as if they just realize how amazing. I've always known Missy to be this amazing performer. So I wasn't surprised that her show was amazing. I'm like, it's fucking Missy Elliott. So like, whatever. Okay. Because Cardi that's her man. Cardi is dating Stefan Diggs. There were pictures of them together this weekend. And so when someone said Offset punched the air, Offset said, I'm happy for her. So Offset wants y'all to know that he is happy. I think, are they divorced yet? I know they're going through divorce. But we shall see. I think they're just going through the divorce, but I don't know. I wonder, because I feel like there were pictures, and again, I thought I gotta log in again. I got a new phone, right? And I had to log out of stuff and log back in, and my Twitter was logged out. I want to see if it's because it was pictures of Cardi and Stefan in the club chat. Oh, here, boom, baby, boom. So Cardi's like, my man. my man. Yeah, I agree, Angela. I do agree that Cardi should have waited. Should have waited to have stuff done after the kids. But I think she got that stuff done so early on in life. She wasn't even thinking about like kids and stuff. So I think that's why now she's fixing, what had happened. But as Cardi with the little colorful wig or whatever, boom, pow. So Cardi, her man, my man. So, because there was also a video clip of Stefan on live, and he was saying, I'm not single. fuck. I'm not fucking. I'm not. You better move on. You better move on, Cardi. To that man, my man, my man, my man. Okay. So I'm happy for it. No, you're not. You're a liar. You're a liar. You don't like liars. Okay. But kudos to Cardi for having a good time and stuff there. Chris of the Brown. Wait, who else got it? What else I do, y'all? I've been forgetting because I want to be done by an hour and a half because I have life and stuff. I got to do. Okay, I got that. I got Gail. Okay, we good. Y'all look at Wendy. Wendy Williams had lunch with Suzanne, her husband Brandon. Remember, you used to watch her show. Suzanne was her producer on the floor. Brendan was, I think Brendan was a cameraman or whatever. Seeing them together is amazing. Suzanne said a long overdue lunch with our dear old friend Wendy. Her light still shines bright. Love. Okay. I am happy that Wendy is being able to connect with people that when she was in a deep, dark place, okay, she lost touch with, and she's now able to reconnect with them. That's great. And it's no love lost. So congrats to Wendy hanging out with old friends and bloppy loop. Chris Brown. So at Coachella, there are videos of Chris Brown in the atmosphere. Okay. We see Karruechi right there he's talking to. We also see Tiana Taylor. Now we know, was it last year? It was a year or two ago. There was the big thing of Chris Brown allegedly fussing with Tiana Taylor and stuff. I think Usher maybe got involved and stuff like that. And so we're seeing them connect in some kind of way, have conversations, and a lot of people, how can I word this? A lot of people go, what's that man's name? First of all, this was clearly the celebrity section because that was Wiz Khalifa. That's AE, who shares man or whatever. So this is clearly the celebrity section. But you see Karruechi and Chris Brown have a moment of laughter. I saw people, they should get back together. I'm like, the fuck, what? No. I think people don't or can't comprehend when you went through something traumatic with a person at a time in life where they were a fucked up individual. And I think people don't understand it's okay to move on and be like, at one point I loved you and you were horrible to me. You were abusive to me. But we ain't together no more. And you're not in my life anymore. And that leaves room for cordialness. And to me, I did not see anything between Karruechi and Chris besides a cordial little ha-ha. And people who were suggesting, they should get back together, y'all are delusional. I think there's a big jump between, they had a talk in their conversation real fast or whatever, and she wants him back or he wants her. No. Mm-mm. And this is not about forgiving Chris Brown. This is not about letting him off the hook. To me, because I told him before, my ex, the bad guy, who was, a complete insane person to me when we were younger. But our teenage years and early 20s was insane. And years after the abuse between him and me or whatever, he apologized and we moved on. And we were like great friends. And I think if you feel like someone has grown, I think it's okay for cordialness. It's not about rekindling. It's not about ignoring what happened in the past. But I just felt like that small moment was nothing besides a ha 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 ha. Hey, we're not in that place anymore, and I'm okay. And I think there is a messy part of social media that like to keep victims in their victimhood, and they want to keep us in a danger zone. And we are allowed to grow and move on from our abuse. And when you try to nitpick and say, well, how could she be, friendly and he beat her? Don't try to put me back in that place. I don't live there anymore. It does not mean that it didn't happen. It does not mean that I didn't like the person he was at that point in time. What it does mean is I don't live there anymore. And sometimes you do have to forgive your abuser to move on. Sometimes it's a way to let go of what happened. And I really wish people who have never been in that situation would stop trying to leave us as abuse victims and leave us in a place to where we should still be fearful of what someone did if we've moved past that point. And if we have enough power to know I can say ha 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 ha, but you're not back in my life. I moved past that. You no longer have that power over me. And not only that, we hope as survivors that the aggressor has grown the fuck up and learned to not be that person. And we want them to be better, to not abuse others. And I think some people don't want us to grow from that. And I hate that Karruechi has at times lived through people who want to re-victimize her based on her past. So I'm like, oh girl, they're not getting back together. It's a quick high. Even with Tim Taylor, whatever does stuff Chris had. She like, okay, hey, I moved on from that. And I'm not going to be alone with you in the room. I am okay to address you in this completely open section of all the other famous people. And I can say blah, 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 but that don't mean that I'm going to call you and say, come over, let's be alone. No. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? So leave Chris Brown alone. Only in the aspect of let his former victims move on. Again, but I'm not gonna be in the room alone with Chris Brown because I don't know because he may be some. But I'm saying he could still always revert to his old ways, but not with me. Not with me. What's left, y'all, on my thumbnail? I think all that's left is it just King and them. I did Megan. I did Gail. I did Brother Jay. Okay, yeah, let me get to the Porsha and them of it all. So, I got other little stuff here. What's this other little stuff? Child, Nikki and Mark here being, what is Nikki talking about? Most people don't want to earn money. They want to be given the money that you've had to earn. Dear Barbs, if you become financially rich or are already rich, wealthy, successful, etc., you'll always have to hire complete strangers for the most part. Not due to lack of ability or experience, though. People you've known for forever will want and need a position real bad. Bills piling up, eviction notices, drowning in debt, children to feed. But for most of them, once they are hired, that 11-letter word will more than likely bite them in the ass within the first month. Can you guess which word, guys? Entitlement. I feel like Nikki, girl, go sit down somewhere. I feel like Nikki, you've been rich long enough. You should not be having these issues at all. And even if you have friends and our family who want you to hire them, you should hire them in roles that they can do. The same way you don't want to hire a stranger who can't do their job, don't hire a relative. It's that simple. I feel like no matter who you hire, they may always feel entitled to be given money. So, girl, we don't care, okay? But Nikki, go do whatever. Jay-Z and Beyonce removed from the lawsuit alleging witness freak off. Look, no one believes that Jay-Z and Beyonce watch a freak off. Okay, so some of these Diddy cases are stupid. The teenager who was Carmelo Anthony, who was arrested for the stabbing of a schoolmates. He was up for $1 million bail. It was a $1 million bond. It was reduced to $250 and he's out. I really hope this young man, Carmelo Anthony, will get off. I really hope it is fine, but he was acting in self-defense. And I don't want this incident to ruin his life. I still feel like the unfortunate deceased person felt entitled to be better than somebody else and pushes a white weight around, and you fuck around and found out. So it's still sad that he's gone. So may he rest in peace. However, I do not want this ruining Carmelo's life. I don't. I said it. They are remaking The Bodyguard. I don't want them to. Okay. I do not want anyone to remake The Bodyguard. There's no reason to. Okay. There's no one I want to see in that role. If I was to have anybody in that role, I would say either Tiana Taylor, maybe Ryan Destiny. Those are the only two girls I can think of right now. And I would want Ramon Rodriguez, who plays Will Trent, to play Kevin Costner. That's it. If y'all don't pick them people, don't. It's no need. It's no need, bitch, at the all. Lastly, I want to get into the Housewives of it all. So this is stuff I was going to go over days ago. Okay. And the reason I put Porsha and Brit on the thumbnail, because I feel like Porsha and Brit are having this destructive team up that I don't like. Now we know that people were accusing Ming Lee as the person who told Kenya that Brit, did porn and whatnot. We know that Brit admitted to doing webcam stuff is porn. She said that on the show last night. She also said, when I was a teenager, my boyfriend recorded me giving head, blah, blah. We don't know if that meant 19, 18, or, you know what I'm saying? I still don't believe that Bravo knowingly played a scene of Kenya putting up child underage. I don't believe they would do that. I think if what she showed was underage shit, Bravo would have scratched it and just fired Kenya, period. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. Brit came on responding back to Ming, because Ming said the internet told the girl business, and what I know is on my phone, and I'm not on the show, not my monkey, not my circus. Now, Ming and Brit both used to date Rick Ross. Okay. Brit came on and Brit said, internet didn't tell Kenya anything because where is it all over the internet? Ming told me herself in a drunken night at an event. in Miami for a whole hour. She has saved explicit images of me in her phone, saved for a rainy day. Very weird to admit to. She ain't innocent either. Can't help we dated the same people. They both dated Rick Ross, for one. I tried to find stuff on Brit, but I feel like you would have to know like Brit's real name, and I don't think it's Brit Edie. I also did not look too hard, but I also feel like, if you want to find shit in that world, you can. Okay? So Ming Lee came and said, bitch, don't play with me. Okay, Ming said I wasn't drunk. And what I said verbatim was, if I had given those pictures or videos to Kenya, it would have been the ones I have in my phone of you at that party. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those are not on the internet, nor have I ever shared or shown them to anyone. And I've had every phone since 2011. Brit, you're 1 year younger than me, so you were well over age. Because they keep Brit and Porsha is pushing this underage thing. Porsha said that on her YouTube channel. Brit mentioned it on the show last night. And Ming like, girl, you are 1 year. Wait, you are 1 year. Wait, where is it? You're 1 year younger than me, meaning I know how old you are. So you were well over age. And this narrative that I'm mad because we both hate the same person is bullshit. One of my best friends used to be his fiance. You were cool with before you dated him, so stop it. I don't have a problem with you. Like I said, your face, and I would never leak or share any pictures or videos of you, period. You had it passed. So what? Just tell everybody your whole got deleted and you're married now. And I think that's the point that I want to make is Porsha and Brit are trying to run this narrative now that Kenya put out underage stuff. I think Ming saying, girl, one, it did not come from me. Two, you were not underage. Three, I didn't tell Kenya shit. And even Porsha not telling anyone who told what. Because Porsha put her third episode up today. It still doesn't mention anything that she mentioned before. So to me, Porsha and Brit are absolutely have a lying narrative. They're trying to be salacious in what they say to get people to want to keep watching, and no one wants to keep watching. People don't like Brit. And Kenya was wrong. However, people don't like Brit. And this narrative that is something over underage, if it comes, because I know Andy gonna probably ask that at the reunion, and when it comes out that it was never anything underage, that's gonna be worse because you are alleging illegal stuff that didn't happen. And to me, it's because both Porsha and Brit, who thought what this whole Kenya thing would make them be top dogs, is not. No one even cared about their friendship in current time. So I'm like, I need y'all to cut it out with the fake narrative. Stop using what Kenya did for more attention. Because if you really are so ashamed of what she put out there, why keep adding fuel to that fire? So to me, both Brit and Porsha are trying to get the fans pissed off to keep watching, to support her and Brit, and this isn't working. It's a bad decision. And you have to just face the fact that we don't like y'all. We don't like y'all. And some folk is like, we're gonna still watch to see what happens. But people don't like Brit. And I think Bravo is realizing that or whatever. And so I really feel like Brit will be a one and done. And she needs to be one and done. Okay. Anyway, y'all, guess what? I'm done. Okay. I told y'all I wanted to get done. And I would have. That is what we did here. Okay. Again, go watch my Housewives of Atlanta review. It is up on my channel. And I will come talk to y'all probably tomorrow. We will see what other things happen in the news and whatnot. But y'all know, like the video, comment, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. I am about to go to bed. So I'm tired. Okay. But look, I love you all. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And until next time, y'all, I gotta go. Bye.